Welcome to Team Charlotte's YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe below.
So I am feeling very, very, very patriotic. It's hard for me to really say that because this is a way of living. This is a way of living. We are in January. Today is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. January 15th, it is Friday, and I am so emotional. I look happy because I am happy. I'm wearing my black because I'm loving my black. But I wanted to really talk about, hi Summer, I really just want to talk about what's about to come upon us. We are technically, 2 weeks out from Black History Month. So you see, I have everything going. For a lot of you, this is a way of living. This is the way we do things. I am unapologetically black, okay? Ain't no way in the world I can change my skin color, and I'm not trying to, okay? So, how y'all doing? I'm glad to see you. I just wanted to thank everyone for being a part of the Women's Prayer Warrior event. It was a success. Yes, it was. I see Summer on here. She did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. Dr. Deshonda Williams did a wonderful job. Shout out to Reverend Jeanette Davis, and shout out to my sister Cheryl Greer. She did a wonderful, all of them. Round of applause for all of you. You really inspired and empowered a lot of women. They have reached out to me asking me about you, what you're doing, and how they can get in touch with you, and how you touch their lives. Summer, let me just tell you something. How you blessed my life, sis. Girl, you gonna make me bring you on this live. You walk in so much boldness and so much authority, and God is really using you, and I thank you so much for that. And that's pretty much why I'm here now. We have these unsung heroes. People always use that term, unsung heroes. And the reason I'm here today is because for Black History, from February the 1st through February the 29th, I will be giving up history, our history, on economics and those who people rarely paid attention to during the era of Black history, as though we call it, because we're making Black history every day. You know, I put on this black, I have on my African attire, you know, because that's what this is, but I live it every day. And I know it's a whole 2 weeks, but I wanted to just come here because I've been watching documentaries all day, and it's been having me thinking about the violence, the gun violence in our community, and the things that we go through every day is just being a Black American in these trying times. This now is the time more for us to come together and to own our own businesses, and to support our own business and support one another. And, you know, my request and my ask today is that when you're on social media, interact with people. Don't just stare at them. Don't just watch them. Interact with people. Let them know how you feel. Now, to me, if you're on social media, you do what you please, you know. But interact with people. Let them know. Check on somebody. See how they doing. You never know how their day really is going. Or you never know how positively or powerfully you can impact someone's life by reaching out to them. And to my Black American people, Black History is coming up, okay? Black History Month is coming up, and we need to know about people who really struggled and persevered. We're not talking about all the famous ones. I'm asking you to recognize someone right around you. Recognize someone in your community that is doing something positive and helping their African American community. I mean, because oftentimes we'll be so quick to post and share. That's why y'all see me share a myriad of information. I don't just stick to one category because there's so much. And then I'm so resourceful, you know. I'm becoming a resourceful guru. That's what I'm calling myself. Nobody has to call me that. I know that. And what I don't see a lot is us honoring people around us. The everyday average Joe, the one that don't have a business, the one that don't have a nonprofit, but that decided to take it upon themselves to do something extraordinary for their community to keep it thriving, you know, or that individual that cleans the block with no recognition, not a block captain, not a junior block captain, but comes out with their broom and their dustpan every morning and sweep and clean. Y'all, we have to honor these people, okay? Listen, even JoJo that you might not care for because you think he's standing on the corner selling drugs or doing whatever, or hanging out with the drug dealers, have you said something positive to them? And like I said, I had this awakening because I've been watching these documentaries today and how the police and all these different people be getting involved in these communities when they don't even have to, when we're the ones that should be stepping up. Like, I don't have to get on the social media live to tell you that. It should be something inside of you. I can inspire you. I'm not telling you what to do, but I can inspire you to do it. And don't let anyone dumb your gifts down. If you have a gift and a talent and it may seem crazy to someone else, just go and do it. What I can't stand about people who wants to direct people by telling them not to direct somebody else. You know, we have to all stay in a position and willing and ready and able to help others and to help those around, especially our family members. If there is a potential person who's in your family, right, who you know, okay, hold on, Summer. Y'all know I always have my water because listen, I'm not going to be like everybody. I get thirsty when I talk. So, like, if you know in your family that has a gift, why don't you, for Black History Month, you know how you surprise them on Christmas and Kwanzaa and with birthday? On Black History Month, why don't you give them a piece of legacy or legend from the family that they can last a lifetime, like a part of generational wealth. And another reason, one of these ideas that I came up with is because a friend of mine who I style, because I style natural hair, and I've been doing it like 29 years, and she's very like arts and craft. Her son, her family members, they just arts and craft. And who I call my closest dear friend, her sister Sharon, and they are just a crafty family. And for Kwanzaa, I'm always a part of their Kwanzaa activity when they have it. And let me tell you something. She took a picture of their dad and the children's granddad, and then the nieces and nephew uncle who passed away, but he was a veteran, and she put it into a book and put his whole life history in this book. And then Kwanzaa, she gave it to each one of them. Y'all, it was priceless. Maybe the next time I do one of my lives, I'm going to show you that book. It was priceless. So, Summer, the first documentary that I watched this week leading up to today is the MLK. When MLK, it was James, I think it was, what was it? Yeah, it was MLK and Malcolm X. And the other documentary I watched was Nipsey Hussle documentary. And then the BMF documentary. And then it was another one, I think it was Clive Davis. That was his name. And I was looking at, and I'm deliberately doing this because I'm pouring into me with different Black history that people, or Black story, you know, our story, that people normally would not watch because we're always, listen, no, I'm not discounting those other ones, but we're always watching the same individuals all the time. So I am challenging you to find some history that we don't talk about. Not on Netflix. Okay, so the MLK was on Netflix. Netflix. The James, I think the David Cliven was on Netflix, but the other ones, the BMF and the Nipsey Hussle, was on another one. And the reason I say that, because a lot of people say, "Oh, well, Nipsey Hussle, he wasn't black, he wasn't this." It was the mindset. It was the changing of the gods. It was like the mindset that was taking place in him. And the minute that he decided to do it, he was assassinated. And a lot of us may not be assassinated brutally through murder, but we are assassinated by our character. Thank you. I got the necklace. I got it. Yes, like I said when I first came on, I'm feeling that right now, because we're 2 weeks away. And we always wait until February the 1st to celebrate. I have some major plans, putting a team together for a big, huge event that's going to probably make history from here on out. Because we have to celebrate each other. When are we going to celebrate us? Well, yeah, we're celebrating us, but in the limelight. I'm talking about those who are in our household, those who are in our family, those who are around us. I'm challenging you to give them a gift that will give them some history about their life, or about your family tree. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? This is what we need to do as a black family. And we only have 1 month to celebrate this nationally, but we've been through so much, and to me it's not enough, and we're still fighting. And some of us have gotten too comfortable. We really have, because other people are starting to step up to call themselves fighting this fight for us. And that's not what we should be looking to. We're not looking for any saviors. What we have to do this ourselves. So since we know we have 2 weeks, and that's why I'm on here early, is because I want you to plan out something for your family for 29 days in February. Don't just post Black History Month because it's popular to do it, or because everyone else is doing it. It's a fad, it's a trend. Really, really sit down and talk to your family members, your children. You need to tell them where you come from. Tell them, your tree. Explain to them that they're melanated skin. Like I said before, if you're just joining my live, unapologetically black. I am unapologetically black. I am transforming. I am changing positively right before your eyes. And a lot of times we don't give each other enough time to change, because we want whatever we want out of individuals right now. And it's not fair to put that burden upon someone. That's not fair. We want an individual to change themselves immediately, and that's not fair to do. And this is all a part about caring about the black family. And we are African American, Black American. The point is, that you come from a long line. Look at these full lips. Look at my nose. I am proud of that. Look at my hands. I am who I am, and I don't portray to be anyone else. And if I have that in me, then that same love and energy that I have in me should be passed down to generations. Now, I don't have any biological children, but I want that same love and feel into my nieces and my nephews, because I have a bunch of them, okay? I have about 15 to 20 nieces and nephews. So they're all my children. The community are my children, so I put into them. So that is my challenge to you. That is why I'm on this live. That is why you see, I wear this all the time. And thank you, Colin. Thank you so much. I actually, and for 29 days, whether you go online or in person, I need you to support a Black-owned business. Y'all really don't understand how important this is. It is not about the fad. Oh, yeah, I got supported. Yeah, look at me. Posty. I supported a Black-owned business. No. I really need you to do this, because this creates a sense of awareness for the people around you, that you care about those who are connected to you, and those who are connected to your bloodline, and those who connect to who you are. Our higher power, Creator, Allah, Buddha, God. Y'all know I believe in Jesus Christ. We call all these deities, and we put all these holistic things in perspective, but we don't do it outwardly as much as we should. We should be practitioners of what we preach. So that's what I'm becoming, a practitioner of what I preach. So I say, you know what, honey? For the next 29 days, I am going to be honoring people who least likely get honored, and I'm going to go to the music world and honor those who are in the music world. Okay? And those are people who people really didn't even pay attention to, didn't get any Grammys. Listen, I have a whole plan, and I'm still planning. I still got 14 days, technically. How many days, y'all? Because today is the 15th. So we go all the way to the 31st. So I have more than 14 days to continue to plan out my 29 days of Black, our story, our Black story. So I'm just telling you to do something different. I seen somebody when I finish the live, I'm going to post a few links that you can go to and check out some things that you could purchase from and some apps that you can get from the App Store that are Black owned. I mean, from technology. I'm going to be posting all this stuff. So there's 24 hours in a day. So I probably be posting every 8 hours. So that'll be 3 things. One with someone close to me that I'm honoring for mothers. I said for mothers, daughters, nieces, men. Because men, we always leave them out. Fathers, dads. To all my dads out there that's struggling to take care. Listen, we haven't forgot about you. To all the programs that deal with men and dads, I am so happy. I am so proud. I see a lot of you. I comment on your posts. You're not going unnoticed. Thank you so much for doing. I know some of you say, "Well, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do," but we don't thank the men enough. There are young men that even watching my live right now that are doing some superior things in the community. Shout out to Adam McNeil, Mecca. I love you, Mecca. Shout out to Adam McNeil listen, I know for a fact the kind of person that Adam is, he don't care about that spotlight. He knows that he's in that newspaper and it's spreading out to people, and he hoping, I know it, that people will see that and they will give too, and they will have a free heart like everyone else. I know for a fact that's the kind of person that he is. We have to start honoring our Black men, y'all. Why we have to wait to post their faces and pictures everywhere when they get killed by the police or by their own people in their own community? Why we gotta build shrines for them? We got hurt people out here. And I know that God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Creator, who you may call him, Allah, who you may call him, Buddha, who you may call him, Elohim, Yahshua, you may call him all those names, Emmanuel. Put it in my heart to come here on this live to talk to y'all and for y'all to share this live with other people. We have been through so much, and if y'all notice, think about this, Black America. If you notice, everything that we go through really affects us. That's a problem. From COVID to the vaccine to the unemployment, whether it's UCP, PUA, PEUC, either one of those. Gun violence, riots, everything is surrounded by Black America. When are we going to realize that these things we have involvement in all these things? Therefore, we have to start getting our families in alignment and prepared and ready. And I put my hands together because it's kind of like a plea to you. When I was watching these documentaries and I was getting emotional, I was also frustrated at the same time. But it was a good angry. It was a good frustration. And the frustration was to see the lies and the betrayal that happens in the community among people that we see every day and that we claim to love and that we claim to support. I'm not preaching. I'm putting out love through this Facebook Live to all my African American people. Listen, I love humankind. I love humankind. I support helping anyone and everyone. Okay? Right now, I have over almost 600 members on the PUA group that I created, and it consists of all nationalities. So I have no problem. But at this very moment, I am speaking to my black people. And by the way, practitioners of what we preach. Again, this here, I'm going to keep holding this. Screenshot it. This is the water you should be drinking. Okay? Look it up. Research it. We have to start thinking about black health. So let's just say, I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say February 1st. You decide you want to go through that whole day of sharing information, whether it be on social media or picking up the phone to call someone, or you have a Zoom event and you want to talk about health. You know, find you some health gurus in the communities who can help you put out good information about vegetables and fruits and the different things we could do to be healthy. Let's say day 2, you decide to deal with sports. That's your birth. February 1st. Oh, you should just go in, Mecca. You should just go in. And you decide to do on February 2nd, you should talk about sports. Like, I think about so many young people. Like, I can't help y'all. I just gravitate. Y'all, Mecca, you know I love young people. So I'm going to always reference them first. Like Mona Davis. She is from North Philadelphia. And she is, she's not technically from North Philly. I don't think she's from North, but she's from Philadelphia. And she is a famous baseball player and the youngest to be in the league. So it's people like her that we should be posting or talking about or sharing information about. Just giving y'all ideas, not to do the same thing, the same routine. I love my Dr. Martin Luther Kings. I love my Malcolm X. I love my Minister Khalid. I love Elijah Muhammad and all these different people who Muhammad Ali, all these different people, Rosa Parks. Listen, we're grateful for them, but we continue to repeat that over and over again. And remember, that's what the schools fed us. They didn't really give us the real history. You know, you have people, young people who are going to college and they having a cultural shock because they are opening up them textbooks and finding out the real deal of what happened as opposed to what they've been taught. So why not get it from your family? You know, we don't have to wait to Kwanzaa. We don't have to wait till a black man is posted because he's been brutally killed by the police. Or in the community by someone that was close to them. Why we have to put murals on the wall for those who are dead? What about the living? What about giving roses in honor to those who are living? I know that you can name at least 5 singers you know. Maybe your grandmother, maybe your auntie. There are people who you know in your family who's worthy to be honored. So for this Black history, our Black month, I need you to honor those around you. Honor those who love you. Honor those who you don't really know, but that are doing amazing things in their community. Honor those who may be sitting quiet. See, I'm different. I know who I am. I'm confident in who I am. I'm a social butterfly. I'm an information resource guru. And I do things in the community. I'm confident with who I am. Can't nobody tell me nothing different no matter what, right? So, but there are people who don't have the characteristics that I have or attributes, but they still have thank you, baby. But they still have what that thing that they possess that keeps our community thriving. Maybe just some ease and calming words that may say to you all the time. Or they may look out for you. Or they may put in a word for you. Or they may just smile. Or they may just compliment you. We have to think about those who are not in the spotlight and who people rarely recognize. And as I said before, for those who just joined the live, that individual who sweep the block every morning is not the block captain, not the junior block captain, not a part of Town Watch, not a part of the NAC or the CDC, not a part of none of these organizations. Just feel like every day this is their obligation to get up and make sure the block or blocks on down. Listen, I know a person who sweep blocks. It's an older guy. He be right there at the corner of 16th and Dolphin. That's where I usually see him. Not too far from where Aviva's Asteria is usually at, right there at that somebody help me out. That funeral home by 16th and Dolphin. He's out there all the time. Y'all can go ride by there in the morning and see him. Why don't you take him some food or a cup of coffee or something to see what he need or what he want? You know, we have to honor each other, folks. So I'm challenging all of y'all that just came in my live. When Black History Month come up, February the 1st, I need you to come up with a plan to Black History. He is there every day. Yes, Mecca, you know what I'm talking about? He had a briefcase, and in the wintertime, sometimes he have a, yes, Nix, thank you. Yes, there you go. There you go, Mecca, right there. And girl, sometimes when I see him, I just be like, oh my God. I said, it really brightens my day because he's still pushing. And I said, I know there's a lot of people that probably know him, but I'm not saying like go pick him up and take him out to breakfast, but we have to honor them. What we gonna do? We gonna wait until he pass on and then put his mirror up with a broom in his hand on the side of the wall? I mean, what honor is that? That is no honor. You know, it is. Let me take that back. Yes, it is. Not to take away from all the mirrors, because there is honor. But I seen so many people. Yeah, they call him the mayor. Yes, honey. Yes, they call him the mayor. So many people are putting, all right, let me see how I can say this. They're putting so many drug dealers and people who should not be deified and so-called gangsters and former gangsters on the side of the walls and honoring them. Now, you want to know why? Because some of those people took care of their neighborhoods back in the day. That's why. They took care of their communities. That's what they did. If Aunt Susie needed some milk and some eggs, it was no problem. Matter of fact, you didn't even have to knock on the door to ask, because she's going to go down the street. He's going to go down the street and say, Miss Susie, I brought you some eggs and some bread and some butter. I think while the rest of America is being divided, come on, my Black Americans, let's pull it together. Let's come together and honor each other. Honor our family members. Let's love one another. Call somebody you haven't called in a long time and check on them. You have 29 days of Black History Month. 29 days. Let's do something different besides honoring the same heroes. Honor them, don't get me wrong. Because I honor Martin Luther King today because it's his birthday. Honoring the same people over and over again. You know, when it comes to these kind of topics, you know, it's kind of untraditional, you know, because it's not something that we always do. But that is the reason for my live. I put on, I know where I'm unapologetically Black. Melanated Black woman, because God created me that way. But he created all of us in his own image. He listen, God has no respect of person, and he loves diversity. So that means he loves you. So it's about time you love yourself and you love those around you. If you don't know how, find you a therapist or a life coach. I don't know. I'm not one of those people. I'm a resource guru, and I'm a messenger of love and peace and God goodness. And I'm a testimony of what God can do. What you looking at 12 years ago, it'd have been something totally different, because he came in and I let him come in, and then my environment was changed. And I started appreciating things around me and those around me who I love. I even started appreciating a flower for being a flower. We take for granted because those things just pop up in the spring, summer, whatever. They pop up and they grow and they just flourishing. But those are the very things that make us unique. Well, you know, we are over those things. We take care of the flock. We take care of animals. We take care of plants. We have that much power to do that. So we need to pass all of that and package it and give it to our families. I also make a suggestion before I go that you call for a family meeting. Call for a family meeting. Call for a family meeting. Instead of sharing how much you in a different space, call for them and meet and come together. You know, I'm loving how most of you are starting to understand and appreciate each other. Like most of you might not like those challenges, but even through those challenges, how you posting your daughters, your sons, some of y'all posting y'all animals. It's funny. It's funny I said that because I saw a little animal that was so cute on here. I think it was Raj Pachardo. She said she don't have a daughter, but her cat was her daughter. So for the daughter challenge, she posted her cat. All jokes aside and levity, let's connect with our families. Let's come up with a plan for 29 days of our black story. Listen, God made us black. That's what he did. What you gonna do about it? The best thing you could do, excuse me, is to get more connected to who you are spiritually, personally, and family oriented. These are the times more now than ever to come together. Instead of always talking about Jacob or Shaniqua when they dressing, and if you don't know, go find out so that you can empower them. Instead of talking about them and their behavior and how they do and how they live, why don't you whisper a bug in their ear? First of all, before you do that, why don't you tell them you love them? And you just glad to see them. And you just thankful. Why don't you start out with that first? Love covers a multitude of sin. Huh? Listen, this is what I believe. That love comes from my holy Bible. Basic instructions for leaving earth, before leaving earth. I believe that love covers a multitude of sin. That is what my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ taught me. Through the Holy Spirit. And that's what I was taught. And it has always worked for me. A soft answer turns away wrath. A soft, loving answer. We don't have to always be grouchy and upset all the time. And if listen, we're human. We have bad days. If we do, then why don't you tap somebody on the shoulder and tell them it's going to be all right? If you see me upset and frustrated, say, Shaw, you know it's going to be all right. Just look out for one another. Let's pull each other coats. And instead of talking about each other behind the back or feeling some type of way because how people do things and what they say and how they living, why don't you reach out to them and tell them you love them? Why don't you hug them? I'm telling y'all, love will do it. Love will do it. And if it's in you, it will manifest. It will manifest. So, I love y'all. We have more than 14 days. Laughed about that. We have more than 14 days to do this Black History Month challenge. And every day I'm going to have something different that I will be posting and sharing. I'll be reaching out to people to have Zoom calls, and we'll be talking about some of the things we could do as a community. Again, shout out to all the males that are on here that raise their sons and their daughters and their grandchildren and that are out there and you going unrecognized. Just know that we love you and may God continue to keep his hands on you. Listen, our black brothers or our backs are up against the wall. And they need us more now. I love my husband, Thomas Akin Brown. Like, he just be pouring into me so much culturally. You know, the beautiful thing about our relationship is no relationship is perfect. But my husband is the one that God brought to me to share things with me that's a part of my growing and a part of me being in a society spiritually and naturally. You know, and that's what helps keep this community, our world, thriving, and I'm thankful for him. Because we were just watching these documentaries today, and we were just looking at it, like, we would stop and look, like, are you serious? That's going on. It's just something how people have their blinders on, and they're just so blinded to some of the things that are happening around us. So, like I said, meanwhile, while the world is chaotic and it's divided politically and people don't have integrity and whatever is going on, let us as Black Americans come together, African Americans, let us come together to celebrate Black History Month in a way that we never have before. All right, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed Friday. May the Lord continue to bless you all. And y'all know I love y'all for real. That is no joke. I have to. That is something that we must do. And I must do as a advocate and a community person, as a Christian, all above. Those are the things that I must do. I love y'all for real. And if you just got on the live, just, go back a little bit and see what I was talking about. All right, y'all. So I'm going to give y'all an early happy Black History Month. And if you can't do something physically on Monday for Dr. Martin Luther King, do something with your family. All right. I love y'all. Y'all take care.